What's up, guys? Welcome to Season 2, Episode 8, I believe.
I think so.
And it's Episode 8 of our podcast. This is our first in-person podcast, so it's pretty cool. We're all here, and we have special guest, a new member of HeadStart team, Andrew Araneo.
Yeah. Hey.
Awesome.
It's not so much of a special guest anymore.
Not so much of a special guest, just
on the podcast now.
Yeah. This is us. This is the new team.
This is now interesting because do we look there or do we look?
I think we look at each other.
Yeah, we look at each other. Yeah, keep it casual.
Okay. All right.
So,
what did we?
How's everyone been doing lately?
I've been doing good. I've been kind of going through a lot of, I guess you could call it collegiate processes.
Yeah.
Right now, with running, but I guess we could talk about training first. Or what are you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I'm gonna ask you guys questions.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, ask
That
us
works
questions.
out,
Yeah.
Okay. I guess as a general question, both of you what does both of your fitness schedules look like? Because I don't really fully know.
Oh, through college, you mean? Or
Just right now, where are you at? I know that you're kind of training maybe a little more speed right now, and I don't even know what you're doing right now. I know you're doing a lot of core.
So before I had COVID, and then a stomach virus, and then what I believe to be the flu, I was training because running would not be good with my body, so I was just doing a lot of spin bike workouts, a lot of rowing, and then 1 mile runs wouldn't hurt at all, so I'd do that, and then I'd just be doing a lot of core work, and then coming back to my room and doing my PT stretches and stuff. So yeah, just a mix of different cross training stuff. Rowing has always been something that I never really thought of would be good cardio, but it actually is because you told me about it, and so rowing's been good. And then spin bike kind of gets boring after a while, but there's other bikes that you can use and stuff, and hopefully I can get to swim more often too. But
how long is an average? How long is a good session for rowing?
Honestly, so what I do with rowing is I don't normally get good just rowing sessions in. I'll do 10 to 15 minutes of hard rowing, tempo pace almost, I'd say, and then I'd go for a mile or two on the treadmill, and that wouldn't hurt my back that much at all. It'd be good. And yeah, so I've been doing that lately. But I'm sure if I was just doing rowing, I'd have to probably go 25, 30 minutes, at a slower pace, But I try to push it every time I'm on the rowing machine. So
10 minutes is hard.
Yeah, 10 minutes is hard. If you're going fast,
yeah. I go on usually I just add at the end if I want to do a little something extra aerobic.
Yeah.
You just go on the highest resistance and you just go.
That's what I do.
Kind of as fast as you can.
Yeah, basically.
I think the last time I rode was in high school with maybe racing.
Yeah, we raced a few times after runs or something.
Yeah. I remember Mecca raced a lot of people too. That was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not something I do too often right now. In terms, you said speed work. Yeah, you thought I was doing speed work. Right now, I'm actually not.
Yeah, that's interesting because I figured you'd be toning up for races and stuff.
Yeah. So, and there's a reason for that. It's because, like I said, I'm trying to run collegiately. My mileage hasn't been at a collegiate level. I've been running 50, not even, I've been running 40, 45 miles a week. That's good to get you into shape, but if you want to compete at, in the Division I level, the coaches are going to tell you to go out, be hey, depending on the program, obviously, hey, go out, and this week we're going to run 70, we're going to run 60, 65, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you might be, what do you think? Because I know, Robbie, he's doing, 70, 75.
Yeah, he's doing 76 last week.
I don't think, you think you're not really the same runner as Robbie? Do you think you'll, cap out, somewhere, around 70?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I've kind of learned this year that if you want to run an 8K, okay, in cross country, you need to have a bigger aerobic base, okay? Because we've built an aerobic base for a 5K, right? And I was running the 8K off of the 5K base because I was kind of doing 5K training in cross country this year, and I couldn't run an 8K.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you up your VO2 max obviously from workouts and all that, but a lot of it is from the slow, just long distance run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which makes up the majority of your training.
Yeah.
So if you can get to 70 miles a week, your VO2 max will get higher. you'll be able to finish the 8K. You'll be able to finish it stronger.
Yeah.
And it basically what will happen is the 8K will shrink down and it'll seem sort of like the 5K.
Yeah.
In terms of how you feel.
That makes sense.
What kind of runner though do you want to be? Like, do you want to be a 3K guy, or do you want to be a 10K guy like Robbie, which I don't think you'll be? Like 3K.
So I would prefer to have range from the 1500 to the 3K.
Okay.
But obviously, you're still gonna run cross country.
Yeah.
So kind of like a little bit
guy.
less than Eric, like Zukowski. You know, he runs like he's kind of
5K.
Yeah, he runs 3K, 5K.
Yeah,
like a mile. 3K.
I mean, yeah, but I definitely wouldn't consider it mid distance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
No, but it's like there's like 2 more tiers of distance above you.
You could say like then 10K, then marathon. You know?
Yeah.
So I would be like, I guess, the shortest distance runner.
That's long distance.
Yeah, that's long distance.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But right now I'm just trying to up my mileage, and then hopefully by the end of the summer I'll be able to run 60 or 70 miles a week consecutively hopefully without getting injured. That's a goal.
Okay.
What are you doing right now, mileage wise? Like 50ish.
50. Yeah. So I'm right now.
Is it tough?
Yeah, I'm just trying to hit a couple 50 weeks, see what my body's reaction to it is, and then go from there.
No, I think that's a good way to go about it. Just like I'm not really trying necessarily. I'm trying to get comfortable at like 50 because I can't take as much as you. But I've been just doing 40 to see that my body can take it. I think that's a good way to go about it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to run again. Honestly, I've been on and off injured since September.
How did you feel today?
You know, I went for like a 4 mile run today, and I haven't ran that long in probably a month or 2, honestly. So, yeah, it felt fine, and then towards the end, my back was definitely getting really tight. So that's definitely something to work on, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I'm confused on like what that feels like. Like is it just tight? Like,
it starts out as like tightness when like you're just like moving your legs, and then it starts to like really hurt. Like I don't know, it starts to get very sore and stuff.
Do you think it's just like does it spread to like your hips and stuff?
No, not even. It's just the back, just the lower
That's
back
so
area.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. But
Wow.
it's definitely something to do with your core, and then also just like tight hips, and at least that's what my physical therapists have said. So
Makes sense.
yeah. But
okay.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we get solve that soon.
yeah,
That's really the only thing.
how's your training been though? Because I know the people know about us, but I mean, gotta fill them in.
I mean, it's been pretty solid. I really don't know what kind of shape I'm in because I haven't really had opportunities to race, and the one opportunity I did get to race got ran over by a bike. So, not ran over, but kind of.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I feel good. I've been doing a lot more mileage than usual. The past 2 weeks have been kind of down weeks in terms of workouts and mileage a little bit, just because I've been feeling school's at like has been like tough for the past week because it's just kind of culminating at midterms, and then I've had transfer stuff. So I kind of decided to take. I've been doing 1 workout a week instead, and I've been doing 40 miles instead of 45.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which has made me feel a little bit better and more refreshed, so I'm ready to get back at it after Miami.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we're gonna be running down there, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
yeah. We just can't do speed really.
Yeah,
But
no,
I'm gonna try and get some more mileage in.
Yeah, there's a long boardwalk, obviously.
Yeah,
The
I'd
weather's
like to
gonna
do a
be
long
nice.
run or
Yeah.
and a few like 8 milers.
For sure.
Yeah.
If I can fix my back in a few days, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, I'll be doing a bunch of core. I mean, just like
Yeah.
because I know that's where a lot of the lower back problems come from. Just like your obliques especially, and your like deep core and stuff.
We could do a swim too, actually.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we literally could. Yeah, definitely.
I'm kind of a like baby with the water. But
Yeah.
I'll do it
Yeah.
if you get me.
So
No, for sure.
you know how a couple weeks ago we had that conversation about core?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I found that doing a small amount every day has been very helpful, and I found that after 1 week of doing core, I was able to do a lot more than from when I started a week before.
Yeah.
But I found that difference to be weirdly quick, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like the core, like you could like if you just grind for like a week, you can kind of as because we all have a low body fat percentage,
Yeah.
like we could all kind of get like a 6-pack
Yeah.
and feel like or as close to a 6-pack as you can.
Yeah,
for us,
because we already have the low body, as you said, the low body fat percentage is mainly what people struggle with when they're like trying to build like abs and stuff. For us, it's kind of just like we just need to work out our core,
Yeah, and I
It's
feel like you can kind of get you could build that.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, any more questions? You had more questions for us?
Yeah. Well, just like, so.
If you don't have any
No, I do.
it's fun.
It's kind of.
We can always like take your time because we can always edit and clip.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
So-
Well, one question I had, it's kind of gauged towards you both, but kind of more Anthony, because it's really about like school. Like, what are you considering like right now? Like, what are you looking for in a program really?
So that's a good question. That's a really good question. Okay. Okay.
For context, I won't say the schools, but Anthony's visiting a few Division I schools, and
Yeah. You don't have to say the schools.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can kind of understand which ones they are from what you
Yeah.
said.
Okay.
Right.
So
But-
yeah, just in general, what I find valuable in a program would be coaches that are, I guess, attentive towards you, even though you're not going to be the best runner when you're there. Like, you know what I mean? That comes with some, obviously, you're not the spotlight athlete every single day, but it's important to feel like you're wanted on the team because, it makes you feel like you can make a difference on the team.
yeah, definitely.
If you end up on the program and, you feel like the coach is just like, you want to feel like you're wanted on the program, and obviously it's a privilege to be on the program, but you don't want to feel like, hey, I'm like, if I fuck up by like maybe running one bad race, I'm out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't want to feel ignored by the coaches. That's kind of what I'm looking for in terms of coaching. In terms of teammates, I would say a program right now, something with a decent amount of people where, you have people to chase, but they're not, like, obviously, it's not going to be like I'm going to go to Oregon and, like, like I'm...
Catch Reed Brown.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you want people to chase, and a good program will recruit people that can build.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That have potential like that. And it's really just about having people to chase and having people to chase those people with, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you're not just doing it by yourself. You're not feeling like an outcast in terms of speed and training, I guess. In terms of some things that I wouldn't want no program's going to be perfect. No program's going to be perfect.
Yeah.
In terms of, I guess, not some things I wouldn't want in a program, but I guess some things that...
Red flags.
Yeah, red flags. Kind of a coach that... For me, it's a lot about the coaches. It's a lot about the coaches.
Yeah.
more than
That's
anything.
understandable.
Yeah. It's kind of a coach that doesn't care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because if the way I've been terming it is a sink or swim kind of program.
Yeah.
Because if you get there and the coach expects you, like, they're just like, all right, this guy was a high school athlete, or he's been running 45 miles a week.
Yeah.
Now let's see how he does at 70.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't work.
No.
Yeah.
Or for some people it does, which is why it's a sink or swim program.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's a little bit of a risk.
Yeah.
And you've been injury prone. So they have to.
So with that obviously comes injury, and with the understanding coach sort of model, I guess, comes understanding that you need to build up these athletes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you're a person that needs you don't need a coach to be tough on you, because you're gonna work your ass off no matter what. And you kind of do the right thing when
yeah,
like that's the first thing in your mind. You don't. Especially with running, I don't think those coaches that are just complete hard asses are really helping anyone, because the sport is just pain, and if you're going into this sport like you want it, you don't just run to run.
Yeah.
You don't.
Definitely.
And then I would say the next biggest factor would be the people, because if you gotta have if it's not a positive environment, then you can't really mentally succeed without kind of burning out and feeling like toxic about the sport by the time you're done. Do you know what I mean?
Did you get a chance to talk to some of the guys on the teams?
Yeah, so I ran with a couple teams, and see, my choice is extremely difficult because all of the schools are exactly what I'm looking for in a program.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's you know, obviously when I make the choice, I'll announce it on here
Yeah.
and everything. But you know, there's some options out there for me right now, and it's exciting.
I mean, how much does like the school itself like factor, like not necessarily like their academic program, but just like the environment of the school, like impact like what you, like where you're gonna go? What do you think?
Yeah, that's a good
Like,
question. Also.
That's a good question.
Do you seek
Yeah.
like a certain location or?
So, is this like? Do you want me to answer this in terms of?
You don't need to like
Me?
refer to schools necessarily, but just
the like a
like-
city
like
or
what
like
do you hate being in a city? Do you like being in a city? Do you like a big
Okay.
school or a small school?
Yeah.
Okay, so, I would like to be I like the big school feel just from being at Penn State for a year.
Yeah.
I feel like it's, you know, because at small schools, like I have some family that go to small schools, and it seems like the teachers are kind of up your ass, and like, it seems like a bigger high school, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
But if you get to kind of, a big school is kind of like 10,000 plus, right?
I'd say 15,000.
Yeah, probably
15,000,
15.
yeah.
Like, because I think Bing is around 15.
Yeah, Syracuse and Bing have the same amount. We're like
Yeah.
just on the cusp of like that big school. Kind
Yeah.
of,
Okay.
Yeah.
Except Bing doesn't have like that
That school spirit, I feel like.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
go on.
So yeah, once you get to the big school, it's kind of you're on your own, and no one's watching you, which I feel is an advantage.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, some
That's when
people,
you really decide who you are for
exactly.
yourself.
Yeah, I feel that's a big advantage. A lot of people, they struggle their first year. You know, even I struggle the first year, but it's like, I do feel ultimately it's an advantage to be on your own without people watching you because, you know, like then everything that you make of yourself is because of you in a way.
Yeah.
But in terms of the, I guess the location. In terms of the I guess location of the school. I guess you could say city, or you could say suburban, or you could say like woodsy.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like kind of like Penn State.
Is that really how it is?
There's a college town, but outside the college town is the middle of nowhere.
Really? That's nice. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I mean,
didn't know that.
I don't. It would be nice if I had a car. You
Mm.
know, so like, you know, as you get through the years, I'm sure it gets nicer.
Yeah.
Right now, it's kind of just in the campus.
That's
Yeah,
same with
but,
Syracuse. Like a car would make so much of a difference because we're
Yeah.
near so
Yeah.
many like parks and everything. You just
yeah.
can't access them.
Mhm.
You know?
But in terms of location, I feel like after living at college this past year, I could live anywhere as long as it goes back to the people. If I'm
Yeah.
around people that make me happy, I can be anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that makes complete sense. Yeah, you don't seem like the person that really cares that much about location.
and I thought I
but,
would. It's like senior year of high school, I thought I really would, but I don't.
Really?
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
That's good.
Yeah.
Nice. Keeps your options open.
Yeah.
What?
I said definitely. Yeah. I whispered it though. I don't know. Why.
I had a few like questions for you. Like,
yeah.
just like this is more just like a life question. Like, how has school been? Like what do you like about like Syracuse?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like a lot of things about Syracuse. Just like the people are great. I have like a good group of friends there. I feel like I'm meeting a lot of new people. So I joined Greek life, obviously. So that's like, I don't know, you meet a lot of new people that way, and it's just been good. Just like getting to meet a lot of new people and also like make new friends and like just genuine friends. And yeah, so that's been good in like the social aspect. And then the classes this semester have been definitely more challenging for me because you know you're taking like you know that accounting course or the programming course, and they're like notoriously hard for the freshmen. So yeah, definitely struggling a little bit, but we're gonna do better the second half of the semester for sure. So
Okay.
yeah, but no, overall it's been a very good time at Syracuse. I think I'm enjoying it a lot more this semester. Just with, you know, just again joining Greek life, and that's been a good place for me to just, you know, come back to rely on those guys for like, you know, friends and hanging out, and you know, even if I need any help on school, like there are people that are smarter than me that can help me with that stuff. So yeah, and then, you know, mixing in training into there is, you know, it's tough, but you know, as I said, like before I got sick, I was, you know, pretty consistent with going to the gym almost every day, you know, and that's definitely something I want to get back into because it gives me a lot of structure and like peace of mind when I'm training. I just feel a lot more relaxed throughout my day. I sleep better. I feel like I eat better, honestly.
Yeah.
And I just feel better about myself when I'm like training or exercising. So, and you know, again, like it doesn't have to be on the spin bike or even running. Like, I'm definitely going to join an intramural hockey team in the fall probably, because that's when our ice hockey season starts for just like the intramural league. So that'd be really fun just to have a couple guys in my frat, and then we just join a team, and it'd be fun. So yeah, just looking to stay in shape any way I can and have fun with it. So yeah.
It sounds like a lot of, it's going back to the people you're with.
Yeah, no, it's
You know what
definitely
I
a
mean?
lot of the people. Like, one of my friends that I graduated from high school, like, she came to Syracuse with me, and we just ended up making a big friend group. And like, when you know people like that, it's so nice to come back to them, and just like at the end of a long day, you could just like sit down and talk with them, and
Yeah.
it's great to have a good group of people. And even the guys on the running club, I obviously have not been able to go to the running club a lot recently, but I mean, all those guys, Ian, Ben, Alex, Henry, Asher, I'm sure you guys aren't watching, but you guys have been great, honestly, and I wish the best for you in the club, and I'll definitely come back after break if my back is, normal again, hopefully. But yeah, so.
When are you done pledging?
April 2nd. So
Okay, you're in the home stretch.
I'm in the home stretch. Yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna be an interesting home stretch.
Have you
It's
seen
gonna be
those
fun.
TikToks?
The
Where
TikToks?
it's like it's the sound is like, what's there to be happy about? Job's not done.
Job's not finished. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. Yeah,
Yeah,
what's
he's
there to be
Jonah-
happy about?
yeah.
Job's not finished. Job's not finished. Yeah.
Doing lots of core, I heard. But
Yeah,
I
lots
know
of core.
That's probably
lots
all
of
you
core.
can reveal.
That's
but,
all I can talk about.
but,
I'm staying in shape. They're keeping me in
thing.
shape though. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
What about
But,
you? Can you answer your own questions?
Yeah,
What
what
did
do
I
you-
ask?
Well, also, okay, we have to put this in the context because like you're at Bing right now, but you think you're transferring and all that. So like, you
Yeah,
want to talk
but-
about that?
Yeah, I mean, well, this semester actually has been like a lot better. It hasn't changed my mind at all, but
Yeah.
last semester was really tough because I kind of went into it like I don't want to be here,
Right.
which is a shitty attitude to go in with,
Yeah.
and that just screwed everything up. So like school wise, Bing's engineering program is like prestigious,
Yeah.
but it sucks, in my opinion. That's as much as I'll say. It's not overly difficult, really. So far, it's been okay. I'm doing well. I also had to keep my grades up for transferring, so school's a lot
Oh yeah.
of work. Yeah,
Mhm.
but I'm all done now. I got my midterm grades in.
Oh,
I
good.
could just. I can't
Yeah,
stop myself from trying,
yeah.
but
It's like who you are.
yeah. Unfortunately, I hope that doesn't detract from running, but I have more time to focus on running. Because there's always that like waning like anxiety in the back of your head. At least for me, when I'm running, I'm like I should be doing work. I should be studying, and it's really nice. I kind of gotten past that this semester, and that's kind of helped a lot. Like I've been dealing a lot better with school and everything. And running like consistently, having a regiment this semester has just like I literally have a schedule of when I wake up, like when I'm going to make my bed, when I'm going to stretch, when I'm going to run, when I'm going to do work, when I'm going to classes.
Mhm.
It helps so much if you can follow it.
Yeah, and I have this whole semester, and it's kind of just it's in me now.
Yeah,
It's
Like, you
just what I
it
do,
down.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it has made my life so much better. The only like downside of Bing is like the social aspect is that I didn't try to make friends for a semester, and I'm not rushing, and I don't really love the bar scene or anything like that, and there's not a ton of opportunities to make friends
Yeah.
in any other way, and that's one of my main motivators for wanting to run.
Yeah.
I love running, but that's where I found like the people I've connected with like the most.
Okay.
Right.
Like not that like my any of my other friends aren't like close friends or anything. It's just I've never like you two, for example, are like one of the few friends I've made on my own, like without a whole friend group and like my brother and all these people helping me.
Right.
Mhm.
So I think running would be a great way to like facilitate more relationships like that. And
Well, the truth is, that's kind of, I would say, the point of running clubs.
Yeah.
And honestly, not just running clubs, of clubs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's so you can gather with people that are interested in this one particular thing, no matter like which direction you want to take it, if you want to run D1 or not. Everyone is there to run, and I would say the primary goal, honestly, for most people is to meet people. You know what I mean? Obviously, you know, you even going back to high school. Now you said you met me and Jonah through running, even though that wasn't, you know, like specifically a running club in college. It's just like when you meet people with the same interests, when you go to events or organizations that are based off of your interest, you know, it's a good way to meet people surrounding your interests.
I really agree. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. The only thing with like being, the people in Bing Running Club are some of the nicest people I've met. I've only gone a handful of times. They're really nice people. It's just, it's like not. It's kind of like your thing with like Penn State. It's not all that competitive. There's also not a lot of people that go.
Yeah.
And it's also at an incredibly inconvenient time for me.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I think it's really a good opportunity to meet. And I think that was my biggest mistake, like going into the freshman year. And I'm kind of, I've been so like I've been drowning in just work and trying to get transfer stuff done that finding those opportunities to like really meet people have been like difficult.
Yeah.
But I also don't go out my way. I should.
Yeah.
But like besides that, like Bing isn't as bad as like I made it out to be.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have my major, so I have to leave anyways.
Yeah.
But
it's just kind of
it's blah for me. I can understand why people like it though.
Yeah. I have a question for you.
Mhm.
It's going a little bit off topic.
Yeah.
But
okay.
So, you know, obviously now you're a member of HeadStart. So I guess, how do you see, like, where do you see yourself taking HeadStart with us?
I think I don't know. I think we all like provide kind of like a unique perspective, and I think I don't know. I guess I would like to give like a kind of I guess more of like a peer into my life, because like I've always been kind of a person that really tries to combine like academics and running. So
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe I kind of give a more like a school aspect to that and like what I'm doing because that's kind of like 90% of my freaking time.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Just like balancing all that.
yeah, balancing it. Some like maybe some like organizational stuff. I'm gonna put. I'd love to post running content too, because I know you guys are posting each twice a week. I'll probably try and do something similar.
Yeah.
And probably post something about like just like my life in general, like any cool tips that I have developed over the years, and like academically or just like lifestyle wise, and some running content, of course, because that's starting to pick up again. And,
you know, I think now that we're expanding to HeadStart, you know, like there's room for all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's like perfect now.
Yeah, and I think it could be actually really helpful because I have a lot of experience torturing myself with schoolwork and just a pretty busy schedule.
Yeah.
I think some of those like time management skills and even just like I wouldn't say I'm not like really a person who like meditates or anything, but there's a lot of things that you could do. Like I've picked up like journaling that like just help you with running, with just like your mental health in general.
Yeah.
With that kind of, I guess you could call it efficient sort of mindset.
Yeah, like even if like you could like give a shit about your mental health, which like you should care, and you know I guess I'm kind of one to talk because I never really cared. Doing those things will make you more efficient, and if there's any reason to do it, if you don't care about your own health, but you care about your like efficiency, it's a great way to help that as well. I don't know, like that's something that I've kind of learned recently. You kind of gotta let it out. You gotta give yourself time to mentally and physically relax in order to be as efficient as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good. I think that's a really good sort of thing to talk about and realize. You know.
Yeah, and it was hard to do that in high school. Like a lot of kids, like, you know, I won't name names that kind of work themselves like too hard in high school. That are like on the team right now. It's hard to realize that when you just want when you want something so bad, you can't relax. You can't.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like that very like sports versus academics kind of thing.
And you want both.
Yeah, you want both, right? Yeah.
To be a well-rounded, healthy individual, I would say you want both. You know what
definitely.
I mean?
But you need to fail in both too. You need to allow.
Yeah, you need to. You can't succeed in anything without knowing what it's like to fail. I mean, even if you think about it this way, you know, I'm gonna use my own life for an example because I don't want to pick on other people. You know,
I don't care.
Like I failed at being a D1 runner. You know, now I'm succeeding.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like who knows? Who knows? Like if let's say I went through and I did it last year, like who knows what would have happened? Maybe it just wouldn't have been all that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
you don't know. You don't know.
Exactly. But, I mean, I've definitely failed a lot in my life, whether it just be injuries or anything. I mean, that's not even failing. That's just like, you know, the world's telling you you're failing, you know, and that's, or your body telling
Just
you
getting
you're
beaten
failing.
down.
Yeah, exactly. And there's nothing you can do about that. A lot of the times it's out of your control, like a broken ankle or just like random shin splints, you know, we've all been through it, I'm sure. And it's just like, you have to realize at that moment, like, all right, what are you going to do now? Like, you can't like just like sit and like whatever you're doing, you have to like always be constantly on the move. Cause if you stand still, you're moving backwards. You know what I mean? Like, it's the best way I can look at it.
No, I think that's a like really wise way to look at it.
Yeah.
And you know, okay, you both already admitted that you failed at something. I feel like we all kind of failed at like coming out of high school. Like we weren't all where we wanted to be. I didn't get into the school I wanted to go to. You guys weren't able to go D1 right away.
Yeah.
But we're still. I think the most admirable thing about you guys is that you're both still like trying.
Yeah.
And you made it, and I hope you make it too.
And you might make it too.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of been the story of all of our lives for the past year or so. Is just picking your head up and
12-month saga of underdog.
12-month saga. Yeah, I'm making it a little bit more dramatic than it is, but you know, I think it's I don't think a lot of people would do what any of us are doing.
Yeah.
I don't think most people just, I'm not going to name names again, but most people that I've known have, like, they just kind of quit everything in college and they just
it's true.
let it go and fell into a spiral degeneracy.
Right.
Well, okay. To talk about,
Yeah.
I have a really good point. Okay. We were failing at HeadStart a little bit.
Yeah, well, it was mostly me, but yeah.
Well, no, I mean, we went through a period where neither of us really posted too much other than the podcast.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, we said in the video post previously that, you know, we were going on different paths.
Yeah.
And because of that, you know, HeadStart was kind of becoming quiet.
Yeah.
And now we rebranded it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And part of succeeding is adapting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's kind of what we're doing to succeed, you know?
Right. Because it allows us to post more than just running, which has so defined us for a lot of our lives, and now it's kind of like we're more than that now, obviously.
Yeah.
And, you know, the people that we interview are more than that, obviously, in our podcast, as we mentioned. You know, it's like we're not just interviewing runners, we're interviewing boxers, you know, former runners, soccer players, lifters, you know, like all sorts of people that like have that athletic mindset and that like drive to be healthy, and, you know, that's what we're really trying to encompass with, you know, changing to HeadStart instead of HeadStart running. So
And that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, you guys have been doing this for, when did you start this, like 9th grade?
yeah. Oh,
going into
think
10th.
Going into 10th.
no, it was going into 9th.
Was it going into
It was
9th?
going into 9th. Yeah. I remember, because we graduated from Murphy, and then you came over my house, and then we were like, we should start something called HeadStart running.
Yeah.
So it's
Going into 10th.
I was going into. Oh yeah, because our school is weird. We don't do 9 through 12. We do 10 through 12. Why do we do? That's so weird.
But I'd say that in and of itself is, you know, that's a success and that's admirable. I mean,
Yeah.
like, people were like, especially like in the early phases, like the first year, people were like fucking with you guys. Like, they were making fun of it.
Oh
It was
my
just
God.
a meme.
Yeah.
And it's became a lot more than that. It's something that like people want to be on your podcast. People want to, like, you know.
It's really funny the amount of requests I feel like we've gotten to
Yeah.
be on the podcast.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
And I mean, because we look at the views. Not many people watch it through, but some people do.
The
You know?
people that we know that care about us watch it.
If you've made it this far, hello.
leave a comment if
Leave
you've
a
actually
comment
made it
if
this
you've
far.
made this
Yeah,
far.
really.
These 35 minutes of just complete degeneracy over here. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. We're good.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, but yeah, no, it's if you feel like you're failing at something, it's important to realize, you know, did you make a decision to succeed? If you're failing in that direction, do you need to adapt? If you adapt, how can you adapt? You know, just like you need to look at it from different angles. How can you succeed?
Right.
Did you make a decision to succeed? That's actually a really good point, by the way. It's something that I figured out recently. A lot of us make like subconscious, once we get in like a rhythm of failing and failing and failing,
Mm-hmm.
you will fail. like you're just going to.
Yeah.
If you
The momentum picks up.
yeah, and like for people who are in this situation, like I can tell you this, it's not going to hit the same until it really you have that revelation. You're like, I want to fail almost, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know what it takes, but like a lot of people, like so many people, I'd say more than the majority of people are in that cycle of failing and failing and failing and just letting life beat them down, whether they know it or not. And, and it's really hard to break that cycle, but
and it's almost like whether they know it or not, it's almost subconscious. People are just used to giving up.
I think in a way, I'm not gonna say like too much about it, but like or relate too much to it. But I think in a way I've kind of fell down that spiral a little bit because I've had so many constant injuries these past like 4 or 5 months, and it's just been like every time I get back into running and thinking I'm gonna be okay again, like thinking I'm like, oh, I'm back, you know, it's always like 1 to 2 weeks later, it's like, oh, something else popped up, you know, and then you take time off, you cross train, and it's like, okay, now I'm feeling good, and then it's like, oh, never mind, something else is happening again, you know. So it's like, it's just like, I don't know, it's hard to like hold on to hope when so many times it's been your body's just telling you like, no, like it's not working, you know.
it's really hard.
Yeah, definitely. But
Well, I also think, you know, there will always come a point when you can ask yourself or kind of reflect, is it worth it at that point? Because if you're spending 100% of your time trying to recover from injury, you know, like that's not the running. Right. Know? And then that might take a toll on on mental health.
Exactly.
And then you need, like, obviously you need to do what's best in terms of your own health.
Right.
And that means both mental and physical.
And I think when you talk about success, like we were kind of using the scope of like running to guide that, but I think at the end of the day, like success isn't necessarily just like success in running or school, but it's like it could be like instead of running, like what else is going to keep you healthy? Like, okay, then go on the bike, then, you know, play hockey, you know, do other things, you know. But, you know, running has been our vehicle, as we've said, for like so much of our success. But then again, like
and happmuess.
Yeah, and happiness, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like now we're going through a stage where it's like, okay, this is something that we really want, and if it is something that we really want, how much are we going to train to you know, see that through, you know. And for me, you know, it's kind of been like, you know, I'm sidestepping a little bit, stepping away from running, but, you know, still trying to stay healthy in different ways, and, you know, that's the best I can do. And yeah,
that's a really like wise thing to recognize. That's something that I still don't fully like recognize, no matter how many times someone tells it to me.
Yeah.
That you measure your success by happiness, not by
right. That's a great point. Yeah.
And it's really, really hard to get by that.
Happiness and wellness.
Happiness and wellness, and
like overall health, you know.
Yeah, and part of that is working hard and working towards something.
Yeah.
Even if you don't love it all the time.
Exactly. Yeah.
But what that is can change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. So what time is it? 38 minutes.
Yeah, 38 minutes.
Do you guys have any other sort of things you want to talk about?
No, but I'm thinking April 23rd, I'm going to be racing at Andrew's school at Binghamton, so hopefully I'll post about that when that comes around. Hopefully I will be healthy for that. That's the goal. That's definitely the goal. I'm going to be running the 1600, so, you know, maybe I'll break 5, maybe I won't, but who knows. I'm seated at 4:45 currently, so.
Oh, you're already seated?
Yeah.
I need to sign up.
Yeah, sign up for that.
Yeah. I should do that.
Or if any of you guys are watching this and you guys are looking for a meetup state, yeah, definitely April 23rd.
Banana relays?
Banana relays.
Banana relays.
I think I'm going to be running a 4x200 with a banana as the relay stick too.
Yes.
Is that actually?
That's a thing. That's a thing.
Banana relays.
So I might try to hop in on that because that'd be hella fun. So
this is what I'm talking about with the clubs being not that
serious,
but they're fun.
Yeah.
So April 23rd is my goal to get into race shape. But Anthony, anything coming up for you or?
I got a race coming up. It's March 18th or 19th. One of those days.
That's kind of soon actually.
That's soon.
Yep,
Yeah,
I'm
nice.
running the 1500.
Oh shit! This is your first 1500.
First
Ooh, wait.
1500.
Are you in 4 breaking territory? You're close.
Yes.
I seeded at 408 because I haven't been doing too much speed.
Yeah.
So
Realistic.
I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
What is 408 into 16?
Isn't it like a 15-second conversion for 15 to 16? Or
It's like 16 probably.
Oh, 16.
At his pace.
Yeah.
408 plus. Yeah, totally. You could do that.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching so much, and welcome to our new member of HeadStart, and so have a good one, guys.
It's good to be here.
See ya.
Signing off.